was your experiences in regards to comparison? How was football in Asia different from what you had experienced prior to that?
Well, I think one of the key points, I think it's the detection of young talents. I think it's a huge country, so it's very difficult to unify criteria, to have the same philosophy for everyone. And I think that's the main difference. When young players make a debut in Barcelona at the age of 17, 18, people just see the game. But there's a lot of invisible work being done already from the age of 7 or 8 years old with these players who just don't appear. It's a development, and the quicker you can find young talent and the earlier you can develop them, the better they will be when they reach the premium age in which they have to play for the club, for the national team. So I think that's one of the key points. But from my experience in Asia, of course, it's you have to adapt. You can't just copy everything. You just need to adapt, to understand different cultures, different ways of thinking, and then you try to unify the idea to try to get the best results. And to be honest, I loved the experience there. It was 2 different clubs for 3 seasons, even though it was a bit in the COVID time, so it was difficult. The leagues were stopped for a while, but I really loved that experience.
Yang saya tanyakan adalah pengalaman Jordi saat dia menangani klub di Asia, dan apa sih bedanya sepak bola di Asia yang paling mencolok untuk dia dibandingkan sepak bola di Eropa. Dan dia yang terutama adalah developmentnya sepak bola di umur yang muda, dimana kalau di Eropa contohnya yang pasti beliau udah banyak pengalaman di Barcelona, banyak sekali sering kita lihat pemain sepak bola di Barca mungkin debut di umur 17-18, terus kita lihat wow ini sepak bola yang jago, yang hebat, tapi sebenarnya di belakang itu sudah ada banyak development bertahun-tahun untuk pemain sepak bola ini sampai ke titik tersebut. Dan itu satu hal yang bisa dilakukan sebagai contoh di Asia juga, di mana sepak bola bisa mungkin dicari, dididik dengan baik dari umur yang sangat muda, agar mereka saat udah masuk ke umur-umur yang mereka bisa debut, skill levelnya dan lain-lain, dan mentalnya juga sudah siap untuk bisa di level yang lebih tinggi lagi. Real quick, before I give the media chance to ask some questions, obviously with the diaspora that we have here, along with the local players, with your father being who he is, total football is something that I think many countries would love to be able to emulate. How can you bring your personal experience as a technical advisor to give more of a merger or a bridge between our 2 countries in order to have a better quality of football here in the country?
Well, I think, of course, things don't happen from one day to another. Yes, of course, we come here to try to bring the quickest immediate results that we can, to create the belief, to create the happiness, to give a right answer to all the passion that people have for football here and for the country. But I think it also takes a little bit of time. You can't just expect in one day things change. But I do think the decisions are being made. Good players who have choices, they choose to play for their roots, for this country. And I think people can see it both ways. It's happening everywhere. It's a very general thing nowadays in football.
True.
But the fact is there's a lot of young talents at a young age who might still have an opportunity to play for the country that they've basically playing for many years. But still they have to make a choice, and they choose to respect their roots, the parents' roots, the grandparents' roots. And I think that's very positive, and I think people have to see it in a very positive, admiring way, because they follow the heart. And that's probably the best decision you can make. Yeah, it happened to me without playing in Holland, speaking more Spanish and Dutch, but I played for the Holland national team because that's what was my heart saying. And I had a beautiful choice, Spain or Holland, but I chose Holland. So I think that's a very positive step. It means the belief is there. It means these players, they want to come here and they want this country to be proud of them. And I think it's something we should really respect and admire, because it's a beautiful thing to follow your family's roots. I respect it a lot.
Very well said. Basically, this is just the first step in your appointment as a technical advisor. Obviously, this is more of a long-term plan as well in regards to the development. So we will look forward as well to you having a team around you as well to help continue this strategy ahead. Yang saya tanya adalah sekarang dengan kedatangan diaspora kita, pemain-pemain yang sudah bergabung sama timnas dengan Total Football dari Belanda, gimana caranya untuk lebih menjembati dua negara ini agar dengan kehadiran technical advisor yang baru bisa lebih menyatu lagi. Dan justru dia juga karena pengalaman dia sangat mirip juga, dia main di negara lain, dia bahasa utamanya juga Spanyol, tapi dia akhirnya memilih untuk main untuk timnas Belanda. Nah ini dia bisa relate sama pemain-pemain diaspora yang punya keturunan Indonesia yang akhirnya walaupun tinggal dan main di luar negeri, di negara lain, tapi memilih untuk membela negara kita Indonesia. Dan ini bisa jadi hal yang positif yang bisa menyatukan timnas Indonesia. Dan yang terakhir adalah ini adalah titik pertama aja karena ini adalah long term plan yang durasi panjang, di mana nanti akan ada role-role lain yang terisi, terutama Dirtek, dan selain itu akan ada supporting staff juga untuk membantu perkembangan sepak bola di Indonesia. Saya nggak mau ambil waktu terlalu banyak karena saya ingin kasih waktu untuk rekan-rekan media juga. Jadi seperti biasa saya akan bagi karena ada 3 section. Saya akan mulai dari sebelah kiri dulu. Terima kasih. Yes.
Bona tarda, Jordi. Welcome to Indonesia. My name is Verzi from Kompas.com. You left Barcelona with glowing reviews after playing an important role in the reconstruction of the club under such difficult situations. Now you are tasked with opening. Second, every time we talk about Indonesian football, the word often used is its potential. What are your ideas to unlock that potential into real and actual achievements? And thirdly, one of your job desks is to help the PSSI in finding a technical director. Can you elaborate what will happen next when the said technical director is found? Will you continue in your role, and how long is your contract with the PSSI? Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah, one by one. So the first one in regards to the challenges. Obviously, there are many challenges ahead, and how will you plan to address them? Basically, the challenges that lay ahead, obviously there's going to be a lot of work ahead of you. So how do you plan on addressing your challenges?
Well, I think the first thing to do is to analyze, to study everything, to talk with a lot of professional coaches and players that are playing in the league to understand and to get a better idea of understanding the players' mentality, the sport mentality, physical side, their idea of football, just to get a more broad idea, and from there on, of course, to try to study how we can find improvement points. I think that's vital. But on the other hand, also, we have 2 very important games coming up, or actually 4 games in the coming months, which are very important, and try to help and support the coaching staff with whatever they need to try to help to, in any way possible, to try to get those results going. Okay. And also from there on, just to get a better knowledge of how things are here. Right. I think the fact that, as you said before, when you've traveled many countries, different cultures, you learn quick, you see things quick.
Okay. And you also, the other question was in regards to potential. A lot of times potential is mentioned. We do have a lot of potential here in Indonesia. Yeah. How do you plan? What are some of your plans or steps in order to help realize this potential?
Well, I think the main thing is to also to work together. It's not a one-man's decision. Right. It's a group. It's a group decision making, and to try to find the best way to improve the locals. Okay. The local league, the local ideas, to fit it together with the ambition of the country, of the federation. So I think it's, without going too much in detail, first we need to study and to learn as quick as possible, and from there on to try to find the right strategy. That's why it's also important to have the technical director who's here, who will be living here every week, seeing everything, communicating with clubs, communicating with everyone, and to find the right path. And I'm very positive about it, and